Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Luisa and today I'm here for my first update on my Those Eyeshadows project. So this past month was a bit of a fail. I wasn't expecting much, I wasn't expecting any new pen, but I was expecting to work a bit more with the shades that I had. But that wasn't the case. It might be because of the moments we are living, or might be because of my laziness, but I didn't do that much makeup this month. Also, the colors that I had were a bit too neutral and I felt like I wanted a bit of more color, you see. So halfway through the month I was like, I don't really care for these colors anymore. I'm just waiting for the end of the month so I can randomize new shades that I can play with. And yeah, a bit of a spoiler, as I said, I didn't hit any pen, but I am going to randomize new shades in. Why? You just have to keep watching. Firstly, I'm just going to show you the shades that I had to use and my progress on them. The first shade that I randomized was from the BH Cosmetics Gen XO palette, and it was this shade. And yeah, I didn't make a lot of progress in this one, actually any almost. I only used this shade 3 times this past month. Only 3 times. A bit of a fail. I don't know why this shade wasn't just calling for me, you know, it wasn't calling my name and I didn't feel like I wanted to use it that much. It's kind of a yellow shade and I don't know, I really didn't feel like using this shade. I don't know why, but yeah. For the second shade was also from this palette and was the shade number 6, that is a reddish brown, and this one I used 6 times, so double the times I used this one. So I feel like it's a lot better and I actually use this shade and I can see quite a bit of progress in this shade. It has a bit of a dip, but it isn't that much. Of course, it's only 6 times. My third shade was from the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette and that was the shade number 6, and it was a shimmery one, my only shimmer shade in my first palette of colors that I had to use, and this was my most used shade. I guess it is because it was my only shimmer shade, so I could just put it on my inner corner, do an eyeliner, and I was good to go. Nowhere. But this shade I used 7 times this month. Isn't that much, but I guess it is a pretty good amount for a month that you stay at home. And as I said in my first Those Eyeshadows video, it wasn't my favorite palette and the shades weren't my favorite, but I kinda discovered a new shade I might like. It's not that low. It's not a shade that I'm just going to use it just because, but it's a shade that I now feel like I can use a bit more. My next shade was from my Morphe vs Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette and it was the color Siren, and I only used it 5 times. It's not that much, but I can see a bit of the progress in this palette. Not that much because it was only 5 times, but because I had the reddish brown shade from my Gen XO palette and I also had this one, I didn't feel like I needed to use both at the same time. It was just one or the other, so that's why I didn't really use this one as much. But 6 times in one shade and 5 times in another shade, I don't feel like it is that bad for colors that are too similar. And for my last eyeshadow that I had to use, it was from my Modern Renaissance palette and it was the color Warm Top, and I didn't use this that much. I only used this 3 times. And I feel like it's such a beautiful palette and I never want this to go ugly or to, I don't know, I don't want to end this palette, but I know that's a bit like, why do you have it? You don't want to use it? So I feel like I really need to use this one more, and yeah, I'm going to give this shade in so I can work with this shade a bit more because 3 times it's like nothing. So this was my progress this month, which was a fail. But it's still progress, so yeah. I know I didn't hit pan on any of the eyeshadows and like I'm far from it, but I felt like if I just continue with these 5 shades I would be tired of them. As I am right now, I only use them this amount of times and I'm already tired of them. So I felt like it would be good for me to take out 2 of the shades that I use the most, and I'm going to randomize new shades in, and I'm going to keep the other 3 so I can work on them a bit more. I'm not going to take those shades out of my project in general. I'm going to still have them in my list so I can randomize them again, and I hope I don't randomize them again in this update because that would be awful. I hope I randomize colorful shades because I can't get any more browns. That wouldn't be good. So I have my Pretty Random app here and I'm going to randomize 2 new shades in. So 212 eyeshadows for me to randomize. Let's see which is going to be the first new shade that I'm going to randomize. 83. Amazing. It's just amazing. Oh, and before I tell you what an amazing shade I have here, I'm going to tell you the shades that I'm going to roll out. The first shade that I'm going to roll out, it's going to be from my Carly Bible palette because it was the shade that I used the most, 7 times, and it's my only shimmer shade from this project that I had. So I hope I randomize at least 1 new shimmer shade because I think it's easier for me to go through them. So this one is gone for now. And the second shade that I'm going to roll out, it's going to be my 6th shade from the XO palette, and it's going to be this one, this reddish brown shade. And now I can show you what an amazing shade I have here to use now. My 4th shade that I'm going to use, it's going to be from my Jaclyn Hill palette, and it's going to be a reddish brown because I wasn't tired of them. It's more red than brown, so it's not that bad, but it's the shade Jax. Yeah, I'm going to have to use it this month in May. Great, now my finger is all red, but it's okay. So here is the shade that I'm going to use. You can't really see the shade from my XO palette, but it's that yellow orangey shade. Then from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette, the color Siren. Then from my Modern Renaissance, the color Warm Taupe. And now from my Jaclyn Hill, the original palette, the shade Jax. So for now it's really similar color palette. I'm not mad, but I really wanted a different shade, so I still have another shade for me to randomize. So let's see which is going to be the 5th shade. Let's see. I'm praying for a shimmer shade. Please let it be a shimmer shade. 210. So I have 212 shades in total, so it's almost at the end. Like it's at the end. I'm guessing it's a single shade. Let's see. If it's a single shade, it's probably a shimmer. Let's see. Oh, this is bright. Sun, can you go away? Great, the sun decided to come out, so yeah. For my last shade, my prayers worked. I wanted a different shade. I have it. I wanted a shimmer shade. I also have it. My last shade, it's going to be this one. This one is from Bleach London and it's a single shade, as you already saw. The name of this shade is BV5ME. ME is for metallic. It's really pretty. I swatched it on my hand and you can't really see the shimmer, but it has a black base with purple glitters. I like it. I like the shade. Don't really know if I'm going to pan it like anytime soon. I know I'm not going to pan it next month, but yeah. This is my final color palette, my combination of colors that I'm going to use this month. It's still too neutral, so I guess halfway through the month I'm just going to be a bit tired and I feel like I wanted a bit more color. But yeah, I can work with other colors, but I'm not going to have any progress on these shades. Let's see next month what I'm going to do.
So what? So what? Do last time, the camera moves, and I need you. Guess what? I'm having more fun. I'm gonna show you again.
I already know how my month is going to be. I hope I don't get too tired of these shades. Like, they're almost the same shades, and I feel like as much as I like dark looks, as much as my last look was a dark one, I wouldn't want vibrant colors, more vibrant shades, but whatever. You can't always get what you want, you know. Really starts for the end, but yeah. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the shades that I'm going to have to use. I like them, but you already know my thoughts on them. Please tell me what shades you're going to use this month if you're doing this project as well, or you can link your video in the comments for me to watch them, because I love these kinds of videos. They're amazing. And I always see people hitting pen like so, and I'm like, hey, I'm randomizing new shades because I couldn't even get close to a pen, but it's okay, it's alright. I'm doing me, you do you. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. That is the main thing that I hope you get from it. And if you liked it, you can subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. I've been a bit too lazy watching too many films, but that's no excuse. I know, but hopefully this will come out on the 1st of May. I'm praying. I shouldn't be praying, I should be working, so I can get this video out. That's the main thing. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!